Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jade Monkey. We're back here in DayZ 1.07. We are currently cruising around in the official version for 1.07 on the PC. And we're talking about the current state of the game, DayZ, right now for all platforms, PC, PlayStation 4, and the Xbox One. So first off, we're at the end of February 2020, coming into March 2020, and we've had the 107 update semi-recently, but we've also had not one but two hot patches, or hot fixes, excuse me, hot patches. I mean, I guess they were hot. Trying to address some of the issues from the initial update. And we're talking about, well, I mean, we'll go over a few of those, but we're basically talking about okay, so we stream this a lot. We get a lot of questions where people ask us, hey, where's the game at right now? I was thinking about getting it. How is it playing? Has it been fixed? I took a break for a while. So it's been a mixed bag for 107. It's still, I mean, it's definitely not without its flaws, but yeah, it's still fun, and in its current state right now, it's still fun. I know I hesitated for a second, but I was like, did I do two double negatives? Um, anyways, so yeah, in its current state right now, it's still a lot of fun. Are there some things you might have to play through? Yes, absolutely, and hopefully we can cover some of those. Now, I'm not affiliated with DayZ in any way, shape, or form, the company, or I should say the developers, Bohemian. I do know it's 40% off right now on PlayStation 4 until March 4th right here on the post. If you were thinking about doing it, I really, really like Livonia. It's been good through all of the good and bads that have been kicked around. It's a lot of fun. Basically, if you're in Livonia, it's one of the DLCs, or it is the DLC. If you're in Livonia and you spawn along the river and you head towards any of the major cities, Galinska, Brenna, Colin, you're going to see a lot of action if you do this on official servers. Anyways, we have a ton of fun in there. We stream on official servers constantly, so we've got a pretty good feel for what it is. Now, as far as stability is concerned for the consoles, right? So we've got OG PlayStations, we've got the PlayStation Pro, and we've got Xbox OGs, and then we have Xbox One X. So the One X and the PS4 Pro are equivalent, more or less, in all intents and purposes. So you're going to get the best performance there, but I do believe this game runs the best. Oops, see, we got some of that rubber band. I was hoping we'd see some of this, just to kind of see what's what. Honestly, if you have an OG box, whether it's a PlayStation or an Xbox, I would strongly suggest getting an SSD, the one that actually goes internally if you can swing it. Even if you can't afford the upgrade to the actual machine itself, the SSD is going to give you a lot of performance boost, or at least a needed performance boost in DayZ. It helps a lot when you have an SSD. Anyways, it's not going to fix all the problems. Still, there's a lot to be done here, but let's see. We've got, oh yeah, so 107 ushered in community server modding for the consoles, and that's been crazy. There's been all kinds of breakthroughs happening. A lot of great content creators out there doing stuff, like Don Sibley's been doing a lot of mods. He's a good dude. He plays on the console. So yeah, if you're interested in that, you can go check that out there. We will be doing our own mods, doing a couple walkthroughs for people that have questions, and we're going to be setting up some modding events on our community servers. So that'll be a ton of fun. So more on that a little bit later here. Okay, so let's see. We got a day off, 40% off. Jeez, I can't read my own writing. Okay, so performance with servers. So there's two things to this. We have the client and the server. The servers have gotten some updates, but so did the client. We're still seeing some spurt lag happen. So honestly, if you're on Xbox, PlayStation, even if you're on the Pro or the upper end, the vehicles can still be pretty erratic. So they're worth it if you know how to navigate it, but the likelihood of you wrecking it is pretty high. I mean, you just saw some of the rubber banding here, and it's not even peak hours. So just keep that in mind. And I'm on PC right here, right now. So, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, so I would just stay clear. Now, I know base building got a little bit of a revamp. We do have a video on that over on my playlist, the DayZ Highlights playlist. There's been some great changes already, but is it balanced yet? No, not yet. But by no means is this the end-all beat-all for their update for base building. They're going to overhaul the entire system. I just think this is one step of many. So keep that in mind. You can still build bases. They're useful in a way if you use them for more defensive, offensive, but I would not store your loot inside of them. I would find really awesome places in the woods, you know, off the beaten path where you can bury your loot. That's the best bet, or even carry, or what we call muling your loot. That helps considerably. If you have multiple accounts, like alternate accounts, basically it's a family plan, more or less, for the PlayStation or the Xbox. Hopefully I can get the car through here. So muling, it's probably your best option, and then the secondary option would be burying your loot. Yeah, there's just a ton of action on official servers, and now with the modded stuff, we have a ton of action all over the place with people doing custom spawns, custom building stuff, like taking the prefabs like that red building and placing them on the map in locations, and just making a free-for-all, which is really, really cool. So, you know, any flavor that you like, it's probably out there. So keep that in mind. Okay, so I don't talk about this very often, and it has come up a few times. Duping is still around. It's touch and go. It got a little bit bad before the update, and it seems like some of it was eradicated, but I don't think all of it has been. We don't engage in the duping. We don't do it. We don't tell people how to do it. I mean, we don't know how to. So I just want to let you know that it's not as bad as it was back in the 102/104 days. If anybody's been playing that long, you know what I'm talking about. It's still quite still quite fun to play, and it hasn't overrun the game or anything. And by the time okay, so let's say in the ecosystem for 107, it's out for another month or two. Even if it starts to get bad, the next update will be happening, and they'll address the next duping exploit if there is any. So, so just know that they're on top of that. It's not as bad as it was in the past. And honestly, we just play and clap cheeks and take other people's loot. So, I mean, if they were duping, then we will gladly stomp them and then take their stuff and then book. So, yeah, just keep it legit. It's way more fun that way anyways, and we don't really see a problem with, like, loot as far as getting it off of other people. Now, loot is still very scarce. That's the way the game is designed. Honestly, when we go farming for loot, we just do it off of other players. Official servers during prime time are just bumping with people. So if you're looking for that type of action, that's where you're going to find it. So yeah, just kind of I guess a minor update for the duping. There we go. You see the rubber banding happening right now? Yeah. This is same for me on the Xbox. Same for me on my PC. It's goofy. I still think they need to work out the kinks for the server side stuff for sure. Again, our server is Boyfriend Squad. BOI. Look at this. It's actually resyncing. That's why it's freaking out. So if you're looking to do community servers on PlayStation 4 or the Xbox, again, search Boyfriend Squad. BOI. Friend Squad. All one word. And if you search or filter down to North American servers, you'll find us. Just search the B's. That usually helps. And then kind of just know that we spell it BOI instead of BOY. And yeah, we have both Livonia and Chernarus for PlayStation 4 and the Xbox. And we will be, I think, adding in another server that has the modded event that we're going to be doing. I want to say in the next week or two. I'm not sure on the date exactly yet, but if you're interested in that. Also, we have a Discord that supports the DayZ community for all platforms. That is over here. If you're looking for the link, it's in the description down below. And it should say Discord. It should be all the way at the bottom. We do have a DayZ section here if you're looking to chat it up. And if you're looking to play with us, we do have a process. It is involved. The rules for that are pinned at the top of this DayZ chat here. And if you are interested in playing with us, and not everybody makes it, you do have to know these rules, and then somebody in the DayZ chat will tell you when and where they will be playing in-game, and they will meet up with you in-game and then test you on those said rules, and they will play with you for a bit. And then after that, if you pass all those things, then they'll pass it on to me, and then after that, it's at my discretion, at RazorTube's discretion, and at BioLaser's discretion as well. So it doesn't always get punched through right away. If we're busy with things, sometimes it takes a while, even though you may have been verified. Sometimes we're waiting to see you know, what's what. Sometimes it's not a good fit, so just know that. But pretty much everybody we play with, less the boyfriend squad, BioLaser and RazorTube, they're all viewers slash subscribers from the channel. So it's always a good time whenever we get in there. Let's see what else we got going on here. So desync with items, I see it sporadically. It doesn't seem as bad as it was before. And there seems to be some sort of like stopgap or cap that's going on. So if you're familiar with older versions, more specifically 106, desync was an issue. Now they've got something in place now, so if it starts to happen, if there's a lot of things on the board, a lot of people playing, it'll basically take an item that is not sunk to the client or the server. I don't even know if that's a word. And if it's not properly communicating, the item will snap back to the container. So just know if that starts to happen, take the container in your hand, the bag that has the item stuck in it, and then sign out, and then sign back in. And then it should update it. I know we did that before in 106, but it's not nearly as bad as it was. And with the hotfix 2 that came through, it's made it even better. So as long as they keep improving that, I think we'll be okay. But yeah, I mean, overall, the game is still a ton of fun to play. The learning curve is high, so if you're brand new, it might be a lot at first because we have to deal with some glitches here and there, and the learning curve, but man, the game is still a ton of fun, solo or with a group. So if you're wondering about the game, you can always come by during our live streams. I do stream on official servers on the console, specifically the Xbox One X. And just know we're all currently on the same version, 107, PC, PlayStation, and the Xbox. And not sure on when the next update's going to occur for us. As soon as it comes through, either on the PC or the console, we'll be sure to let everybody know what's going on. How is it playing? What's the performance? We just thought, or I just thought we'd kind of touch base on the current state of the game right now, 107 at the end of February 2020. So again, if you found this video useful, helpful, be sure to drop a like. If you have questions or comments about the game, upcoming things, community servers, drop it in the comments down below. We do read those. And or just pop in during the live stream. We always like chatting it up with our community there, so that's always a ton of fun. Okay, so I think we covered all the stuff. Let me double check the old list here. We got the community servers, desync, most recent updates, base building. Yeah, I think we got it all. We got our event stuff out there. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and peace. Ooh, more rubber band right there, right at the end. Yikes. Yeah, car's not the safest right now. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Should we just leave it there? I don't know.